Welcome to EDUC 521 Linguistics and Culture. I'm Dr. White, and I'll be your instructor for this course. My email is white@geneseo.edu. We can set up office hours via Skype. There's my Skype name. We can also set them up on the telephone, Google Hangout, however works for you. And we can work around your schedule. So please don't hesitate to contact me any point in the semester to let me know if you want to meet or if you want further explanation on a topic. I'm happy to help. This course looks at the conceptual foundations and principles of linguistically relevant to the teaching of English of speakers of other languages. We're going to focus on culture, communication, language structures, also known as linguistic analysis, important concepts and theories of language acquisition, and the application of linguistic knowledge. Those are our main 5 course topics. This is our text. It's Language Files, the 12th edition. Make sure you get the 12th one because it'll line up with the practice problems. I highly suggest getting a membership to New York State TESOL or TESOL International. It's much cheaper when you're a student, and they are wonderful resources. By the end of this course, you'll be able to demonstrate understandings of culture, communication, and language acquisition as it affects student learning. You'll demonstrate an understanding of foundational terms, theories, and concepts in the field of linguistics. You'll be able to apply basic tools and techniques for linguistic analysis. You'll demonstrate the ability to apply linguistic and cultural understandings to meet the various needs of learners, and hopefully you'll commit to professional development, partnerships, and advocacy. These align to our TESOL professional standards as well as our School of Ed conceptual framework, which is the last page on our syllabus. And these are the assessments that will demonstrate it. We have 5 main assignments that break down what your grade will consist of. 35% of your grade is 10 practice problem assignments. Then we have a communication, culture, and language acquisition exam, an annotated bibliography and presentation, a linguistic structure exam, and the final project. You're going to complete 10 sets of practice problems on communication, culture, theories of language acquisition, and 5 linguistic structure topics. You'll watch an explanation video each week, review the PowerPoint that goes with the explanation video, complete the readings, and then attempt the problems on your own. Then, the next problems are always due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. The next day on Thursday, the answer key will be posted on Canvas, and you'll look at the corrected answers to the problems, and you'll make corrections to your own work. This could be through track changes, this could be through comments on a Word document, this could be through comments on Google Docs, however you want to demonstrate that you made corrections to your own work. Then you'll write a 1-paragraph summary of your growth in learning through making the corrections. The purpose of this assignment is to practice the concepts as well as demonstrate reflective thinking about your own learning. I'm not looking for perfection in the rough draft. I'm looking for ample effort and time in completing the problems. Then the final draft has to include the edits of changes made, so based on the answer key. Your reflective paragraph demonstrates growth and reflective thinking about your learning. Not just I got number 3 wrong, but saying I got number 3 wrong because I thought this. After I reviewed the answer key and went back to the text, I realized that this is why it is the way it is. And then a half a point of each of your grade will be that all of your materials were submitted on time. You'll have a communication, culture, and language acquisition exam. This is an online exam. You can use your course text, you can use prior course material, you can use any of the PowerPoints from the course, but it has to be completed independently. This one is a short answer essay-based exam, and it'll open 72 hours prior to the due date. Your annotated bibliography is worth 20% of your grade. There's a separate explanation video for this assignment that goes into more detail. But all of the information is available here on your syllabus as well. You'll then have a linguistics exam. This will focus on linguistic structures. Again, you can use course text, you can use course materials, including PowerPoints, but it has to be completed independently. And this exam will also open 72 hours before the due date. Then we have our final presentation, and there's a separate video on the final presentation as well. Here's our course schedule. All of the due dates are listed for 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for this first week, it's an introduction to the course, getting to know you. By Monday, you need to have the course text. As you can see, week 2, we start right off the bat with the course text, so you need to have it in hand. Wednesday, watch this video, take the quiz. The quiz isn't graded. It's just a way to check to make sure you got the main ideas. And complete the Getting to Know You forum, as well as respond to your classmates' postings. Now, if you log into Canvas and you go to the calendar, it is updated with the syllabus as well. So I would suggest also printing this out so you have a hard copy so you stay on track. Remember, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This one here just means the test is open because it's open 72 hours before it's due. As you can see, we have a mid-semester break, we have a Thanksgiving break, and then our course finishes up on December 15th. So if you have a specific disability, please let me know as soon as possible and we'll make all reasonable accommodations for you. I'm happy to meet your needs. I just need to know what they are and how I can help. This course is an asynchronous learning environment. It's done at your own pace. The readings, assignments, and videos are provided to you. But this doesn't mean I'm unavailable to you. I'm highly available. I'm happy to meet. I live in Rochester. We can set up something in person. We can meet via Skype. I'll email you back within 24 hours on the week, 48 hours on the weekend. Usually, it's much sooner than that. In previous semesters, if somebody's stuck on a problem on a linguistic structure or they have a hard question, I can make a quick screencast like this one and explain based on your inquiry and send it out to the whole class. Usually, if you have a question, somebody else has the same question. So I'm happy when I hear from you so that I can meet those needs that you have on the work. Please don't hesitate to contact me at any time. With all of your assignments, please make sure you're using people first language. So we're using child with autism, adult with a disability. We're keeping the person before the disability. As this is an online class, you are required to have access to reliable internet and the computer. You're responsible for work completion regardless of technological failures. The library on campus has available technology if necessary. Your local library, your schools, they have it. You should be prepared to dedicate 3 to 6 hours of work per week. Some weeks this might be more, some weeks this might be less. I work to balance the schedule so that if you have a large project coming, we're not doing a practice problem that week, etc. Please let me know if something's occurring in terms of late and missing work. If you let me know beforehand, we can work out a schedule. If you know something's coming up in your life or some sort of emergency occurs, send me a quick email and we can work out a plan so that you meet the work. My goal in these assignments isn't for a deadline. My goal is that you walk away prepared to meet the needs of your learners. So if you need a little bit more time or if you need further explanation, we can work through that. This is a schedule so that we all stay on track, but that doesn't mean that I don't want you to be focusing on building your own knowledge. Please check out the Writing Learning Center. Sometimes people have difficulty with APA 6th edition and they can help. They're wonderful. They can help you find reliable sources for projects like your annotated bibliography. They're just wonderful, so please use them. Also, there's library research help. You can chat with a librarian and they can help you look up articles and reliable sources. They're wonderful. Please use them. Plagiarism is not only copying somebody else's work and trying to get credit for it yourself, it also includes using your own material that you've previously gotten credit for in another course or in another situation and trying to pass it off for new work in this class. When you place your name on academic work and you submit it to me, you are certifying its originality of work. So if you're copying from someone else and you're not citing appropriately, there's going to be a problem in our course, and it may have to go up the chain of command. In terms of professionalism, you'll be watching videos from your classmates. You'll be hopefully discussing with them if you're having some questions. Study groups are always wonderful, except for the exams. For the practice problems, you can meet, you can set up a study group, you can work together. That's great. The exams are to be done independently. But since you're working in an educational setting, you will probably give examples that you're currently interacting with, whether it be the name of a teacher or the name of a school. For students, I strongly suggest using pseudonyms because of FERPA law. You should probably use pseudonyms in other cases, but what I'm trying to get at is that if somebody shares a detail with you in this class, they should understand, or they shouldn't have to worry that what they share with you will leave our learning environment. that they can trust that we're growing as professional educators and that part of that growth is reflecting with their classmates, and that information won't go beyond this situation. If you need to cite one of our course readings, one of the articles we do, or our textbook, they're all right here, already done for you in EPA 6th edition. Then there's also the representative bibliography. These are just other resources that you might want to use while you're in the class. And there's our conceptual framework for our course. As a graduate student, we expect that you're an accomplished scholar, an accomplished constructivist educator, and an accomplished reflective practitioner. So if we go back to our class, you'll see on the home page our course summary, our course topics, and my connected information. The image above is from Louisville Linguistics, but isn't it cool? I just thought it was a good way to represent linguistics. Here's our course syllabus available for download. Here's our assignments again and our due dates. It's based off the calendar, but if you prefer like a written list, it's there. You can check out your grades here. Grading, I endeavor to have everything graded and back to you within 72 hours of receiving the assignment. If something's come up in my life and it's going to take me a little bit longer, I will let you know. For the annotated bibliography, you'll submit a rough draft to me. So I'll get that back to you as soon as possible, because then the next week you have your final draft. And as I note in the video for the annotated bibliography, I'm not looking for perfection in rough drafts. I'm looking for as much work as you want feedback on when you submit the annotated bibliography rough draft. It's a little bit different than the practice problems rough draft. Those you need to put in ample time and effort for. You'll see here our modules for the course. We currently have up to week 3 posted. As you go through the course, I'll refer to the different assignments in the weekly modules when you have stuff due for them. But if you ever just want to go to one of the assignment pages, you can just click right here. They're listed under your modules as well. If you want to connect with other people in your course, you just click the People Drive, and then Google Drive is available for you on here. Your annotated bibliography summaries will be housed on Google Drive, so you're going to want to become familiar with that. As we get started on the class, please don't hesitate to email me with any questions, any concerns, and throughout the class. I'm here for you. I'm happy to help. It's dense material, particularly when we get into the linguistic analysis. I'm not expecting that you're going to leave this class a full-blown linguist. I'm expecting that you're going to put in the time and effort to understand the basics of linguistics and the basics of culture so that you can support the learners in your classrooms. All right, and so that you can know what you don't know in a situation and when to reach out to a further professional for support for a student, particularly maybe an articulatory disorder or a comprehension disorder or something along those lines. Let me know if you have any questions.